Hello, this is Johnny Henson, Professor Poole with Billiard University out of Goodyear, Arizona. I want to encourage all of you to like and subscribe me and keep me motivated. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to master cross kicks in a short period of time. I teach this as part of my level 2 course. If you follow a proper system, where you're doing everything very methodically, it makes you learn things so much quicker. And when you're in really game situations, you really fall back on that training. In other words, let's say I'm in a game situation and let's say it's a 1 diamond kick, 2 diamond kick, 4 diamond kick, whatever it is. Well, then I'm already going to know a formula for how to make that kick. Let's say the ball is not by the pocket. Let's say it's a half a diamond away from the pocket or a full diamond away from the pocket. Well, then I'm going to know how to adjust these shots in order to make those. And one thing that you really want to focus on is doing your best to go rail first. The reason is you're usually going to end up with a better shape on your cue ball coming out of the pocket. Another thing too, you're going to eliminate the scratch, and so when you're practicing, I want you to do your best to try to do rail first as much as possible, and that way in a game situation, you're not going to scratch and lose a game. I do encourage when you're practicing this to try to have a specific speed that you're practicing these at. It might be a slow speed, medium speed, whatever your speed is what you need to practice. And don't use left or right English. Do your best to not use a lot of English on these shots because depending on the felt on the rail and other things in the rail itself, that spin can be different on your practice table than it would be on maybe the table you're competing on. So I don't really recommend using left or right when you're practicing these and mastering these. Now, you can practice, but you need to have your standard shot, and then, maybe after you mastered the standard shot, then if you want to tinker with, a quarter of a tip of English or half tip of English and see how much that changes the exit angle off the rail. But keep in mind, when you're competing, the rail that you're going to be dealing with in competition may be a different rail than what you're used to on your practice table. And that's why using English is something I try to avoid. When I teach students in class, I teach them to try to avoid using English as much as possible because it's so imperfect when you're going from table to table to table. Like let's say you're playing in a league and you're playing on one table, and then maybe you go to another place to play your league and you're on a totally different table, maybe even a different manufacturer. Well, then those rails are going to be different, and your spin off those rails is going to be different. Well, plus your banking angles are going to be different too. So, I'm hoping that you will practice this. I'm hoping you will have fun with this. This is a system that I use in my level 2 course. Naturally, when I'm doing these videos, I'm using my scientific stroke. It's a very, very simple stroke. You basically line everything up. You don't have warm-up strokes. You just go straight back with your cue, straight forward, and it's a very, very, very simple stroke, but it's also very, very, very accurate. Most students that master the scientific stroke tell me that they'll probably use nothing else after they master it. But it does take a little while to get used to. Anyway, I really want to thank you for your time in watching this video. You set up your dots in the pocket, maybe a half a diamond and a diamond. So mix your shots up so that way you can, kind of mimic, game situations, because the ball's not always going to be hanging in the pocket every time. So kind of mimic those. I want you to like and subscribe me and keep me motivated. And if there's anything I can ever do to help you with your game, don't hesitate to pop me an email. Thank you much. Be a cross kick master.